Hello survivors and welcome to another video. Today we are playing on the Sentinel. We're actually using their first weapon because we wanted to play with Rain of Arrows. We did run Weapon Expert and then I decided, you know what, Rain of Arrows works off of aptitude. We did do something like this in the past, but when we got the Engineer and as well as got some other skills, I thought, you know, we would try and get as much dazed, aptitude, disoriented and crit chance as crit damage and crit chance as possible. So we're getting as much of that into the build as possible, and I wanted to see where it took us. So we actually were lucky enough, we got ourselves aptitude to prowess, which gives us the bonus damage as well, which is really cool. If you did want to, you could probably use battle proficiency rune for even more prowess, and then that will give you prowess to resilience as well for more defenses. And we've also got bulwark for on guard as well as resilience from thrust, so that's very strong. We then got two R skills. We've got the Arctic Assault and Glacier for disoriented. We've got dazed and aptitude, and aptitude, based on the number of stacks of aptitude we have, we deal more damage on that. So that's the build. These are the skills that we are using. So it's Rain of Arrows, on guard, thrust, split shot, burst of lead, glacier and Arctic Assault. So we've got skill mastery thrust for the Arctic Assault, on guard and thrust, and then skill mastery projectile for the burst of lead. You don't need burst of lead, but because of how it stacks the dazed and aptitude, I wanted to use it every 0.2 seconds. There are a lot of other skills. There's frag, what's the skill called again? There is frag shot, there's shoot, there is spread shots that all give you dazed and aptitude as well, or dazed or aptitude, whatever the case may be, but you know, they all work really well. So let's go straight into it. We are on you know, my curse intensity 37, that's the farming curse intensity, and we're going into Overlord cycle 3. Maybe we'll do cycle 3 and 4, but we are looking at a lot of skill chain. We've actually got quite a bit of skill chain going on over here. 40, oh, that's not skill chain. We got 7% for us to projectile. We got 30, that's not skill chain. Hang on a second, let me just find some of them. Here's 41% skill chain, projectile to thrust, so that's a pretty decent one. We've got 26% thrust to projectile, and so on and so forth. So we'll go over those at the end of it, just in case you wanted to know, but for now we need to just try and survive. Now the Sentinel is quite an interesting one because our ascension is actually really powerful. You can see we are doing a lot of damage. It's all just about the survivability again. We do have the resilience and all of that as well, and you can see we actually climb onto our Panther really fast over here. So we are able to mount the Ascension or the Panther within seconds, and you can see the Rain of Arrows now just doing its job, completely destroying everything. So because we have slow, we are going to grab ourselves slow to disarray. I do believe we did grab in the past a touch of ice every now and then, maybe one or two of them. So we did grab one of them. So we do have all of our attacks applying slow, or at least trying to. We're going to grab this disarray. And then we're just going for cast frequency. The only things that we are focusing on for, you know, uncommon or common skill effects and things like that will be for Rain of Arrows, so that we can get its damage. You know, if it is the damage and area of effect upgrades, at least we are going to be looking at getting ourselves the damage as well as the area of effect for Rain of Arrows. Everything else only gets the cast frequency as well as multicast chance. So we're not really looking for damage on things like these. We're only looking for the cast frequency, just so we can stack up all of that disoriented, dazed, aptitude and so forth. So that's the point of it. That's what we're trying to achieve, and as you can see, it is completely crazy. I mean, look at everything that's happening on the screen with regards to projectiles, because we've also got a nice amount of well, I was going to say a nice amount of bulwark. We don't actually, but no, actually we do. We got 200 and something odd stacks. I mean, we're sitting on 76% block chance and 40% damage reduction. The damage reduction could do with a bit more, but it is what it is. Now we can go ice to thrust. I don't really have a lot of locks or rerolls. Maybe instead of weapon expert we could land up actually taking endless refill. That may have been a better option, but it is what it is. We're a bit too far into this to to really worry about that too much now. In retrospect, it's just something that while doing this you learn, and you even improve it more and more and more, sort of thing. So you know, you can grab the endless refill. And then divine legacy, of course, the skill being a skill chain and projectiles and everything having similar typings, just divine legacy seemed like a really good idea here, especially for that skill chain. I mean, look at this, 53%. We've also got form to haste, so I don't need movement speed, and we've got so much happening over here. We can go for even more crit chance on our rain of arrows, so we're on nearly 250% crit chance just on the rain of arrows skill itself. And then we've also got ourselves nearly 300% damage, 300% crit chance over here with 1450 crit damage. So a lot of crit damage coming in over there. We've also got the disoriented occurring, so we deal the crit damage chance increase on enemies with disoriented as well, which means that it's even higher than that 2k that you saw there. So really fun build, really strong build, and really cool to play. We can get even more prowess stacks over there and even more skill chains. So that was a really fun one. Let's go and maybe do one more cycle, just because I feel like that was really fast, and see how ridiculous we can get this to go. So one more cycle, let's do this. Oh, look at that skill chain going off on the exposed, I mean on the bulwark. Let's go and grab our panther over here so that we can the movement speed. And then we've also got just so much happening with multicast chance because of it as well. So just look at the rain of arrows and how it comes down on all the enemies over there. And then it's also, remember, we got about 900 stacks of aptitude as well. So we are going to be doing quite a lot of damage over there. You know, 6 whatever you want to do some quick maths over there with that. So just add on the 3 zeros pretty much, and we got a lot of damage over there. So nearly 66,000 damage occurring from rain of arrows, excluding its base damage, and that is just insane over there. So really fun. Obviously, if my calculations are wrong, you can correct me if you feel like it, but I don't think they are. There we go, 61% increasing area of effect over there. We can grab that. Ask to thrust, we've got a 2 thrust skills, so that's going to be massive. We could grab the multicast chance, but we're going to grab this instead. 43% chance. There's another legendary 4 multicast chance. Reduce that. Multicast chance on the rain of arrows. This is just disgustingly insane. Going for skill chain builds, and also stacking just certain types of, you know, buffs is really ridiculous, and it can get you quite far. I mean, I don't know why I've never really thought about this before until now, but I guess we did need the engineer for this too. Not really, actually. I say we needed the engineer, but we don't need burst of lead. We can use other skills, but we'll see at the end of the round just how much damage all of the skills did, and which ones, you know, are the ones that we were maybe, you know, definitely worth looking at and having, and then which other ones could maybe be swapped out for other skills. So let's go and have a look at all of that. Again, let's just take a look at all of our skill chains. We're at 30% for thrust to arse, we had thrust to projectile, then we had quite a lot of other ones somewhere else. Where are all the other ones? We had arse to projectile. We didn't really get a lot of arse to projectile. That one would have been really big. Or even having more of them, so something to arse would have been really good. Having ourselves the thrust to arse really helped. And then the thrust to projectile. So we did get quite a lot of thrust ones. And then our thrust skills had really low cooldowns as well. And that really helped us. So let's just check what's going to happen now. As you can see, burst of lead dealing the second most amount of damage, with split shot doing the third, and then we even got arctic assault and thrust as well. On guard not doing a lot of damage at all actually, which is quite a pity, but that is the damage over there. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.